So I am looking around at credit cards right now, and my friend recommended the Apple Card. So I figured I'd take a quick look and see what I found. Um, so the first thing that I see here is that there are no fees, which is quite nice. Things like annual, over the limit, foreign transaction, or late fees, they don't exist with this card. For me personally, I'm really just looking at the annual fees because those fancier cards out there, some of them can cost like hundreds of dollars a year. So with this one, the advantage is that I can just have the card and not be pressured to use it when I don't need to. So that's always a nice little thing there. So in terms of cash back, that's also some nice bonuses here. The first thing is you do get 3% cash back when you're using these merchants like Apple, Exxon Mobil, Panera Bread, Uber, Walgreens. Me personally, I only use Walgreens, so might not be that good of a benefit for me, but maybe you use these other things, so that might be good. You also do get 2% daily cash back when you use iPhone or Apple Watch to pay with Apple Card. So this tells me that you do want to be a little bit more involved with the Apple ecosystem. So in order to get 2% cash back, you probably want to have an iPhone or an Apple Watch. So that's something that you do want to keep an eye out for. So this is actually really cool. Grow your daily cash over time, automatically save it and earn interest. So based on what I'm reading here, what seems to happen is that the cashback that you earn is deposited into a high yield savings account, and that high yield savings account earns interest over time. So that's kind of nice. It earns a little bit of money. You can probably check back every month or so. And got some Apple Card family stuff. I'm not too worried about this, so I'll probably go ahead and skip that. So this is this is something really cool for me. I do like metal cards. It doesn't really affect like your financial standing or anything like that. It just makes it's just fancy. That's all. Security is pretty important. Generally, when dealing with credit cards, you do want to make sure that the provider you're working with has good levels of security. So I'd say Apple's pretty good with that, in my opinion. This is also a nice benefit here. So basically, what this says is pay for your new Apple products over time, interest free. So when you're buying something like a new iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, you can make monthly installments instead of just paying it off at once without interest. And you also get 3% daily cash back. So I think this might be beneficial if you're one of those people who like to buy a new phone every year or something like that. That's just something that they offer if you need it. So these are the financial institutions that Apple is working with to get this card set up. Goldman Sachs and Mastercard. These two, in my opinion, are fairly trustworthy. I'd say they're pretty recognizable companies. So in terms of security, I'd say they're pretty decent. And I did want to take a quick look at their savings account. So the one that I mentioned earlier, how the cashback gets deposited here. So right now they're offering 4.15% APY, which is pretty high in my opinion. So that's definitely a nice little bonus. According to what they're saying here, that's more than 10x the national average, which I probably believe that. So I just made a quick notepad here. This just kind of goes over like the most important points in my opinion. So the first part here, you see the cash back, 3% on this, 2% on that, 1% on that. Savings account is about 4%. Oh, I just should probably mention. So the savings account APYs are subject to change depending on like economic conditions or something like that. So it could go up, it could go down. But just know that this does change. Of course, titanium cars are the best. Here are some other notes that you should probably pay attention to. Variable APRs right now it's about 15% to 26% based on credit worthiness. This is as of April 1st, 2023, so it could change. And then accepting an Apple Card will result in a hard inquiry, which may impact your credit score. So overall, I'd say I'll probably get this card just to have it. Right now, I'm not like probably not gonna spend anything crazy or anything like that. But it does seem like I was looking at the approval process and some other reviews. It does seem like you will need some previous credit history in order to get approved. So this might not be like a good first starting out credit card um, because you probably won't be approved. So definitely build up a little bit of credit history and then try to apply. But overall, it seems like a pretty solid card to have. Once again, since there's no annual fees, right, it doesn't hurt like if you don't use it. Um, so that's just something to keep an eye out for. But yes, that's kind of what I have here for the Apple credit card.